Ladies and gentlemen, it is showtime. Please enjoy the show.
It's the corner where the Chiefs
Is this the passing of the torch, right? Is this what this signifies?
It comes down to that front office and what they feel is most important.
The champ is here. We've touched down from a higher plane. Why you made it here?
We always look forward to that week because it was always intense.
You know that we ain't coming back. We about to.
The man, the myth, the legend, Dante Hall. My favorite player growing up was Dante Hall. I love you guys in the show, but Dante was my guy.
Get to dashing because you done on the warfield.
It's week 7, and the Kansas City Chiefs are gearing up for a classic AFC West showdown against the Las Vegas Raiders. That's right. It's Raiders week, baby. The Chiefs are an 11.5-point favorite, and Arrowhead is ready to explode. Rashee Rice is back from suspension, and this offense looks dangerous again. Mahomes spreading it around, Kelsey carving up defenses, and the points are flowing like we're used to seeing in Chiefs Kingdom. FanDuel has every angle covered from Mahomes' passing yards to Rice's receiving props to how this defense plans to clamp down on the Raiders' attack. Want even more action? Build your own same-game parlay and ride with the Kingdom all Sunday long. With fast payouts and an app that's smoother than a Mahomes sidearm throw, FanDuel makes every snap feel bigger. And don't forget, every Friday on Chief Concerns, we drop our best 5-leg same-game parlay for the weekend, plus JD's 10 keys to victory, breaking down exactly how the Chiefs can handle business against their rivals and keep the AFC crown in Kansas City. Download the FanDuel Sportsbook app today and make every snap count. Chiefs, Raiders, Rashee Rice back, the offense is rolling, and the Kingdom's ready to roar. Hey everybody, welcome to another episode of Chief Concerns. I'm Marcus Dash, and our guy, former Chiefs tight end Jason Dunn, will be joining us shortly. Just want to get on. I saw you guys were a lot of people in the chat already, and I want to come in and say what's up. I'm seeing some people saying there's problems with YouTube, but not on my end. I hope everything's working well. I see Will. Will says YouTube is trying to stop me from watching the greatest Chiefs show in the world. What's up, Will? Glad you're here, buddy. Glad you're here. I gotta tell you, man, I got this black guy last Tuesday during basketball. Someone's watch hit me in the face, and it's gotten it hasn't gone. I thought it'd be gone away by now, but it's that ugly yellow little spot there, man. Hate that. Let's see. Linda Hunter, YouTube for me was down for about a half hour, but it looks like we're good though. Hate doing the skip mode. Interesting. Will, nothing stopped me from watching the best Chiefs show in the world. There you go. No problems with mine. Okay. All right. So YouTube is back. Okay. All right. Well, that's good. Perfect timing that YouTube is back right in time for the show tonight. I had no idea this was going on. See, this happens when you're behind the scenes getting stuff ready for the show. You don't notice these things. So I did not know. But yeah. So tonight's gonna be a good episode. Obviously, it's EGE time. Our guy Rashee Rice is coming back this week, so everyone knows what that means. Everybody's got to eat, and everybody will eat this weekend. And I hope that Rashee Rice eats because we deserve that. We deserve to see it. He deserves, to get in on that. It's a 6-game suspension, but lots of stuff to get into tonight. And of course, it is Raiders week, so lots of stuff to talk about in that. They're obviously having a rough season again, the millionth time in a row. It seems like every year, it seems like they're always having a rough season, but nonetheless, the games between the Chiefs and the Raiders are always close, especially the last few years they have been close. Hoping it's not going to be like that, but I hope. But yeah, nonetheless, it's one of the best rivalries in the NFL, probably the best rivalry in the NFL. So just to have that JD's going to talk about, his experiences with Raiders week, and we'll also hear from some Andy Reid sound bites today, Patrick Mahomes sound bites today. So we got a lot of stuff to talk about tonight. Going to be very good to talk about. And yeah, so let's actually, I built a little rundown for us to kind of see what we're going to be talking about tonight. So here's the rundown for tonight's show. So yeah, like I said, topic 1, we'll be talking about Josh Simmons and that situation. Andy Reid talked about that, and so does Patrick Mahomes today. So we'll talk about that, see if we should be concerned about that, because I'm seeing a lot of people are nervous. I talked to JD on the side about this. I don't think there's anything to be nervous about. I think the guy's just dealing with some stuff, either be it personally or familial stuff going on. But I'm seeing people think that, he's going to retire from football after 6 games of his career. We don't know anything about what's going on in that situation. So we'll talk to JD about that. I think some of us need to ease our nerves and anxiety about that. I don't think it's a retirement situation. We don't know anything about what's going on with that. So it's just personal as of right now. I will admit though, Andy talking about that did seem kind of a very mysterious situation. And of course, we'll talk about topic 2. We'll talk about Rashee Rice and his return this weekend. I think everybody is excited about that. I know I'm really ecstatic about that, and everyone is too. And then, of course, topic 3, Rashee. We'll talk about the Raiders week. Andy and Mahomes spoke about that. Both guys being in the rivalry for as long as they have been. They got a lot to say about it. So yeah, it should be good. And then, of course, we'll end the show tonight with your time, baby. Ask and hop in to the chat. I'll send in a link after we're done with the Raiders week topic, and then everybody hop on in and we'll talk Raiders week. We'll talk Josh Simmons. We'll talk Rashee Rice. Whatever you guys want to talk about, you guys will have the floor to talk to myself and JD. So going to be a fun episode. Going to be an interesting episode. Cannot wait to talk about all this stuff with you. It's it's never a dull week in the Chiefs world, in Chiefs kingdom. So I do love that. Let's see who is in tonight. Here we go. Start from the top. Oh, sorry. I already kind of went through some of them. Gary Holland, what's up, buddy? You're always in here right on time. Greg goes, love when he has his hair combed on the other show, but late day Marcus is messy. It's not messy tonight. This is good. This is great. My hair is fine right now. I literally just got out of the shower. I just combed it. Yeah, but the late game show, yeah. Our post game shows, woo, that's a lot of touching the hair and messing around with it during the game. That's my Nurse Nelly approach. So yeah, no, right now it's good. It's the post game shows, which those are a mess. Yeah, so I appreciate you noticing that, Greg. I appreciate that, buddy. You're the man. Who else here? Nathan Graham, actually shocked they upheld Branch's 1-game suspension. Honestly, I'm surprised they didn't give him 2 games. 1 game, he should be happy about that. I don't know about 1 game for that. I think what he did deserves more than that. That's like, I think, who was it? Was it Dungy? Someone was talking about that today, about how that was like real extracurricular stuff. Like, you don't see that stuff. Like, game's over. This is outside lines. It's essentially like him trying to fight somebody at a bar or, outside the facility. Because once the game's over, this is outside the lines type stuff. I know it was at a game, but this is outside the lines type stuff. I forgot. It was either Gruden or Dungy. Someone talked about that, how this was like just, he should have gotten more than that, which I agree. Faced with Rashee and Raiders, the R&R episode. Yeah, it's the R&R episode for sure, but no relaxing on this show. No relaxing on this one tonight. Tailgater, my guy, what's up, buddy? I saw Nick Wright actually mentioned you on his pod. I was listening at the gym at the Nick Wright's podcast, and he said he said your name, Tailgater. So Tailgater, getting in the big show call out. I love that, buddy. Pono Kawhi, Chiefs games are always close, especially with Butker screwing up. We talked about that. Hopefully, he'll get better and better. But if anybody's earned a leeway so far, it'd be Butker. And I think JD said on after the show on Sunday, give him till the bye week. And if after the bye week he's still like this, then you bring in somebody else, and then we deal with it at that point. But yeah. Will hope Josh is okay. Yeah, me too. Yeah. I mean, obviously, we want to see the guy back. We want to see the guy, obviously he's got to deal with, we always talk about on the show. Football players are human beings too. Like the same stuff we have going on, they have going on, right? On top of that, in $1 million business, getting paid millions, on top of the stuff that normal people have to go through, family stuff, personal stuff. And who knows? We don't know. We just don't know what it is. So for Chiefs fans being all over the place and like saying, oh man, this guy's retiring, it's done, he's gone. Based on what Andy said today, he's done. I mean, I saw we're going to talk about that. We have Andy's presser and his sound bites. It did seem, something to be a little scared about, be alarmed about. But at the end of the day, like, we don't know what's going on with him, and I don't think he's retiring after 6 games. But Bono, we saw that. Greg Rose. D. Scott, smash the like button. D. Scott, what's up, buddy? D. Scott 8807. That's a new name. Smash the like button. Hey, appreciate it, man. Appreciate you, buddy. I think everyone got freaked when Andy said Avicii's handling it. Yeah, they did. Yeah, I'll be honest. Initially, I did, and I kind of reeled it in a little bit. Okay, well, he's not going to say much. Andy's not saying anything about anything anyway, especially if the guy's out right now. So, like, totally understand that. Could be just anything, so pray for him. 100%. 100%. Wishy Hall, LOL, bet the Raiders ain't. I don't know what you're talking about, but yeah, Raiders don't have it. Whatever it is. Surrounding Josh in positive, peaceful energy. Yep. Sending all the good stuff to Witchy. All the good stuff to Josh Simmons and you, Witchy. Rashee, baby. Rashee. No D. That's Rasheed Wallace, not Rashee Rice. Hope all's well, 71. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Don Peterson's in here. Andrea Chenault. What is going on, people? Love y'all. Don Peterson, what's up, buddy? Rich Cooper, he was lucky he did not get to. Honestly, yeah, I really do think so. The 2 games should have been right where that should two is a sweet spot, I think. Really, I do think so. That's just like you're only gonna get 1 game for fighting a player just because you got worked in that 60 minutes. It's a bad look. It's a bad look. You want to suspend Carter for spitting on a guy, right? And I'm very against the whole thing with that Carter did with Dak. But he wants to get, that's not going to hurt him, right? Spitting just a bad look and bad optics, but you're not hurting him. You literally fought the guy. You took the guy's helmet off and punched him. That's, like not good. Not good. That's just punishment doesn't equal the same punishment that Jalen Carter got. Jalen Carter should have gotten 1 game suspension. That's sure. But as far as Brian Branch taking the guy's helmet off, punching him after the game is over, that's 2 at the very least. So he's lucky he got away with 1, honestly. Nathan Graham, they're deserves 2 at least. Yep, 100%. Del Monte Green Beans, be glad when Nas dropped new music, something missing. Hey, come on now. We love Nas. We love nasty Nas on this show. Broken Brian Branch bullied him into depression, praying for his recovery. Oh, man. Too much. You're too much. He drew blood. He did draw blood. That bonus games for that. You draw blood, it's 2 games, at the very least. The Chiefs are winning the Super Bowl this year. We are on a revenge story. Yeah, oh, come on. Of course we are. Come on now. That's how we do it. Russ's Android gang. What's up, buddy? Hope you're doing well, my man. About time. I'm here lurking at work. Hey, you're my guy. What are the odds Rashee Rice gets a touchdown on Sunday? I believe as of right now, he's the second highest odds. I saw last night he's the second highest odds for the Chiefs player. I think Kelsey was 1, and I believe he was number 2 on Sunday. But I haven't. That was yesterday. They only had 2 people up. But I have to imagine Pacheco and Hunt are going to have a higher than that, or at least Hunt will. But I do think they're going to make a concerted effort to get him the ball tonight. So definitely see that. Yeah, Andre Chanel, there's too much speculation about Josh. People need to chill. Yeah, I mean, we don't know anything about what's going on with it. So, yeah, people need to relax and chill big time on that. So, yeah, you're right. You're right about that, Andre. Does Fulton play on Sunday? Sheesh, man, I don't know. I'm at a loss with that one. A healthy scratch this past weekend, I'm at a loss. I don't know. Especially when not one person commenting knows jack shit about what's going on. I know we have some kids watching the show, so yeah. My bad on that one. I'm reading a comment, though. Especially when not one person commenting knows jack blank about what is going on. 100%. Yeah, I mean, no one knows, right? I guess it's the delivery that the way Andy – but people need to understand, Andy's not going to give you anything anyway. He's weird about telling you about what happens with, someone's rolled ankle. He's not going to tell you anything, especially when a guy's got this mysterious, thing going on. He's not going to elaborate on anything. That's the one thing we all need to kind of think about. Yeah, Witchy. Yeah. Ooh, the girl's going to call you out again. Gosh, I'm reading your guys' words. I shouldn't be in trouble for that. Dang. You guys are the ones getting me in trouble. I'm just reading off the things here. Yeah. Tailgate, I'll drop a 2.5 over TD catches. Ooh. I mean, shoot, I like him getting 6 to 7 catches on Sunday. We'll talk about it with JD. That was also another thing, too. Is this what we get for picking up AFC scraps? I mean, he's shown flashes. I like Fulton still. I still think Fulton could be an asset for us. I haven't given up on Fulton. Yeah, Greg Rose says it's true. Fulton needs time to heal from ankle injury. Yeah, he was balling. Josh Simmons was balling, and he will. And when he comes back, the guy's God-given talent, man. Linda Hunter, you're in trouble again. Yes, I am. Well, hopefully they aren't watching. I guess we'll find out soon enough. Andre, watch Marcus. I know. I put the asterisk in for a reason, Marcus. Trying to. Yeah, but I was just filling in the blanks. Oh, man. That's okay. Which you don't even know how much I filter myself in this chat. Hey, I filter myself all the time when I'm talking sometimes. Sometimes I get really, especially post-game shows when I want to call out people, like not you guys, but call out, the generic Twitter fans online. I have to really filter myself in the post-game shows. So yeah, it's tough sometimes. It is tough. But when I'm trying to read your guys' comments, I'm reading verbatim. Pona Kawhi, Fulton signing was a big bust, signing by Veach. We're paying him $10 million a season. He may not contribute jack. We don't. Well, yeah. I mean, right now it's rough. But hey, like you're gonna hate, you're gonna miss, right? But right now, I mean, he's healthy and Spags isn't playing him for whatever reason. I don't know. There might be more to it than that. But when you're practicing a full and you don't play, it just doesn't make any sense to me. Yeah, who knows? Who knows? Sasha, I'm sure someone will tell them if they aren't. Oh gosh, yeah. I hope not. I did want to talk about something before JD hops on here. So with the whole Brian Branch thing and with like all the stuff coming out about Juju and all this, the Colts linebacker will be playing week 12 of the season, I believe. Zaire Franklin had some stuff to say about Juju. And I think we need to watch that because I'll tell you what, if it wasn't on the radar before, we're going to circle that Colts game. Well, it's going to be on the radar. The Colts are playing great this year. But I think it's funny, right? A team who you haven't done anything in years. No one remembers anything the last thing you did. And you're going to talk about our player just to make yourself relevant, just talk about the Chiefs to make yourself relevant. Let's roll what Zaire Franklin had to say about ooh, okay. I got to see our guy JD's in here. All right. All righty. Let's get JD in here. What's up, JD? Can you hear me, buddy?
I can. Can you hear me?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay. Good. What's going on, brother? How's everything going?
I just read by accident. I was reading someone's comment. And I read a curse word, and if the girls are watching, I hope not.
Yeah. They get on you quick now. You already know that.
Right away, I was like, oh, no, I shouldn't have said that. But you're a different spot today. Where are you at?
Yeah, I'm actually down here at the hospital visiting Chad. So,
is Chad okay?
He's okay. Yeah, he's doing all right. Just making sure, staying with him for a little while. Make sure things are all right. So he had a little procedure today, and down here, and being supportive, big unk.
There you go.
Loving him and stuff. So that's what it is, man.
Best unk in the business, man.
Try to be. So, yeah, man. So how's everybody doing? I know you've been holding it down for a little while. And I looked at the time. I'm like, let me run down here and make sure everything's good. So,
yeah, everyone's having a good old time tonight. Everyone has a lot of questions on some of the stuff we texted about today, the Josh Simmons stuff, Rashee Rice being back. So we got a mix of people, kind of being kind of worried about the Josh Simmons situation, one thing, but then you got a mix of excitement. And then you got a mix of excitement that we're playing the Raiders this week too. So there's a lot of mix. It's kind of a sweet and sour kind of vibe, JD.
I got you. Well, we'll have to find out what the vibe is, man. See if we can get the vibes all moving in the right direction. How about that?
Yes,
right
sir.
way.
Yes, sir.
Thank you all, man, for the prayers and stuff. Thank you so much, and Chad appreciates it. So, thank you all.
So JD, I was talking before we got into before we get into the topics tonight. Did you get a chance to see the Zaire Franklin stuff on Juju?
No.
So Colts linebacker Zaire Franklin, and we play them week 12 of the season. That'll be a great game, and I'm sure it'll be circled on the radar now. If it wasn't before, I mean, they have a good record this year, so it's going to be a battle of the AFC teams. But as Zaire Franklin had said, talking about it on a podcast, he said Juju needed his ass whooped. He's been needing his ass whooped for a minute. Brian Branch is doing the work of the Lord, is what he said.
Sure. Everybody gonna hate on Juju, man. Juju ain't mess with nobody, other than he been smacking folks around. They don't like it. And so when you got a wide receiver, man, that blocks like Juju, you're gonna have a little animosity toward him too. So
yeah.
Zaire might have got his teeth rattled out a little bit by Juju as well.
He must have because it went on. So he also said he's an a-hole, bruh. He's a sneak disser. Y'all seen the picture though, bro? You can't be crying with your nose bloody. You got kids, bro. What's gonna happen when your son sees? So bring a family involved too. I mean, it seems like it's deeper than it should be. The fact he's that mad about it.
No, hey, look, man, this is a physical sport. Guys can sit there and say, man, he's a sneaky type of guy. I think he plays football the right way. That's what I think.
Too.
You know, it's even going back to almost like Hines Ward. Remember Hines Ward used to lay people out?
Very true.
What Juju was doing. Yeah.
Did they cross over? Because that's actually really good comp, JD. Because like very, very similar. It's like he took after Hines Ward. And I mean, now you mention it, I'm actually seeing the parallels there. I didn't think about that before.
No, I'm sure Hines Ward spoke with him and told him like this is what this means to be. You know, when he was a Steeler, and Juju's all he did is just adopt it into part of his game. So, I mean, shoot, can't be mad at that. Can't be mad at it, man. Yeah, this is a grown man sport. And so all I kept seeing was, laughing. Brian, Branch had his little backpack on, looking like a school kid, crying, hey, trying to bully me. Hey, bully me. That's what it is. It hit me too hard, bro. So,
well, it's just funny, right? Like you go from like fighting the guy on the field. I think it was Dungy. Someone, a former coach went on Twitter or a show and said like what Branch did was as if like it's like pretty much the comparison of someone doing that like off the field somewhere. Because after the 60 minutes are over, that's outside the lines of football. And the fact that you did that outside the lines of football, he should be pretty much punished as such. And I know a lot of people said we talked about it like before you came on with the chat. I feel like he deserved more than one game for that. I know they gave him the one game because like for me, it's like Jalen Carter got one game and spitting horrible thing. You shouldn't be doing that either way, but that's not dangerous. Fighting a guy and punching a guy, taking his helmet off, making him bleed. That's dangerous. That's outside. I mean, that's way above and beyond spitting on someone. So I think I just don't think those punishments should be the same. At least is what I think. What do you think about that?
I mean, one game is fine. How much they fining him? What is he getting fined?
Ooh, I don't know. I don't know about the fining figure. Okay. Approximately. Okay. No, there's no. No.
There's no amount on it.
No amount yet. Yeah, just Branch suspended for one game without pay. Yeah, no fine yet.
No, I mean that's fine. I mean,
$76,000.
Okay, so it's a significant, amount, and then the whole entire game. So yeah, hey man, I think it's enough. The punch, because Juju had his helmet on at the time, right? So, I mean, I get it.
But I wonder how did he get bloody? Because like, there's no way that got him bloody. Because like he was on the ground for a little bit when he kind of like when he took his helmet off.
I don't know. It could have been that. You know how it is, Marcus. Sometimes your face mask is pushed down. Mushed into you. If it's not on, you ain't got your chin strap on.
That's true.
I mean, it moves on you. So that could have been it.
Yeah.
It was a great picture though. He got up. Just Juju. I to be honest with you, the one game with suspension, sure you could have said it'd been more, but $76,000 and one game suspension on top of it, I think, that's fine. The thing is they all get the league is going to have their eye on him. That's another thing because it just goes up and up. From what I understand, Branch has been doing some really crazy things anyway. So, you can't if you've been a bully or you've been the one that has been creating terror for different ones doing something silly, you can't be over there fussing about it. You can't be. It's hypocrisy at the highest order. So,
yeah, if you're a common what's the word?
Common denominator.
Yeah, every time you're in these scuffles and you're getting fined all the time, then at that point you said they're the bully, like you're the bully.
You're the bully. Yeah.
Yeah.
You point at somebody and you got 4 fingers pointing back at you, pointing at everybody. Yeah, you the guy.
Yeah, you're involved in all these different things with all these different teams and whatnot.
Yeah, man. So,
yeah, the offender. Yeah, he's always the offender. All right, Jay. So let's dig in here with this Josh Simmons situation. Obviously, this has kind of been since Sunday. Missing the game. According to the team, it was a personal matter, and many of the teammates didn't even know about it until about an hour or two before the game time, which was kind of a surprise to everybody. But since then, the team has been very hush-hush on the matter. Today, live Chiefs Kingdom on Twitter and on the chat during the presser, I saw everyone just kind of freaking out about like the comment that Reed made, essentially saying, "Hey, I got nothing to do. This is all Brett Veach," and he was very like kind of. I guess his delivery made a lot of people more concerned about it than because at the end of the day, we don't know what's going on with this whole thing. But the way Andy spoke about it made a lot of people kind of very scared about it, anxious about our left tackle. It's okay. It's one of those things that we love our guy, right? He's only been on six games for us. We've already become really adapted to having our guy, our left tackle, the future. And so people are very curious about what's going on with that situation. But I want to play you what Andy had said. And Pat also had talked about it as well. But here is Andy and Pat on Josh Simmons.
Mm-hmm.
As far as the Josh Simmons situation goes, I'm not going to comment on it today. Veach is handling everything there, and we'll leave it at that.
Understanding you're going to hold back on details. Josh isn't practicing today.
Yeah, I'm just going to let it go here. Yeah.
Just to complete that, no timeline. I know you're not going to come up with there's no timeline whatsoever. Okay.
Yeah, I mean, I'll keep conversations kind of between us, but I mean, it's I'm always praying for all my teammates, so I'm always praying for them, and I'll just keep everything else kind of private to us.
JD, you're always the voice of reason, and I think Chiefs Kingdom needs to hear a voice of reason right now, because if you just go through Chiefs Kingdom's Twitter timeline, you see all these people commenting, say, "Oh, I think this guy might be retiring. This is not a good sign. He might be retiring soon,and people just jumping to conclusions. We don't know anything about what's going on. Yeah, I mean that's where people's heads are at. They think he's giving up football. It's like people need to relax about it. I think the thing is people are saying him deferring to Veach just tells you it's a lot bigger than just a personal reason thing. So JD, you've been in locker rooms, you've seen this stuff, and you see what's going on with this whole situation. Can you keep Chiefs Kingdom at bay here? Because I think people are going off the ledge right now with this whole situation. We need to hear a voice of reason as of right now, is why we shouldn't be worried about this Josh Simmons situation.
No, I mean, nobody really knows what it is besides Andy and, Pat, I'm sure other guys too. But, everybody's jumping to conclusions. If it's something that Josh needs to take care of, let him take care of it. So Andy just deferred to Veach because maybe he spoke with Veach about some of these things, and maybe Veach can help out more than Andy can, right? Andy has an entire team he has to take care of. He can't just take care of the one guy. He has other people around that could take care of things. And if Brett Veach was like, "Hey, man, I'll go take care of and handle whatever needs to be handled." This is what a family does, right? I mean, I think of it like, kind of my situation, like I'm down here, handling this stuff for family. This is how it goes. And so whatever Josh needs, whatever time he needs to take care of whatever it is, obviously it's a personal thing. So we should at least honor that and respect it for what it is. I think the silly thing is when Andy says, "I'm not going to talk about it," first thing somebody does is ask him about it. I'm like, "Hey, man, did I just say I'm not going to talk about this Josh Simmons thing? This is something personal that we don't really want to talk about. We want to keep it in house. We want to keep it, with his family. We're going to respect that. I'm asking you all out here to respect it as well." So all this other speculation that people could, conjure up any type of thing, which sounds like it is, the guy just got here. I don't know why they would expect that he would retire. What type of indication is that? I think when we start getting into all of these conspiracies or what's going on, what happened, just look idiotic. To be honest with you, my thing is what do we need to be worried about? Seriously, this is a young guy that's got into the NFL. If he's got something he has to take care of, we need to go ahead and do that. Like Pat said, he's prayed for him. Let's pray for him. Let's hope everything goes out and go right. So whatever it is that he's got going on, whether it be a family issue or whatever, hey, those guys make sure that it's right. They got all the resources for him to help take care of this, and we should just trust that. Trust what the process is for them. Really.
Yeah, no, I 100% with you. I think that people are just jumping to conclusions. No one knows anything. And also too, because at first when I heard Andy say that, I'm like, oh, okay, yeah, it's kind of the way he answered that, deferring to Veach. At first you're like, oh, okay, but then you think about it, it's like, wait, Andy's like this when a guy rolls his ankle. I mean, like he's like that. The same kind of way he doesn't want to give him too much information. He's like that with literally everything. A guy having a cold, he doesn't want to talk about it. So like,
right,
that's not really out of character for Andy to be like, yeah, and I'm not going to talk about it. He'll be okay day to day kind of thing. Like what? All right.
But listen, fans and whoever doesn't give them full, access to everything that the guy is going through. Everybody doesn't need to know everything that a guy is going through. They just don't. They don't need to know that. Why? Because social media, the speculation. This is really part of the reason why. You don't give them anything, right? So they can just take it and run with it. And everybody's like, oh my, Andy, geez, he deferred to Brett. Okay. Shoot, like you said, if he rolled an ankle, if he tore off a toenail, okay, he got a hangnail, and he's like, hey, look, you know what? We'll take care of it. We'll leave it at that, as he should. That's I think it's a professional way to deal with it. I told you before, one thing the guys want to be able to elude is really the noise that's out there. And so let everybody go and say whatever they need to say. The Chiefs are taking care of business. The reality is this. If Josh Simmons has something to take care of, the organization is going to make sure that he has every resource and everything he needs to do to make sure it's taken care of. And then they're going to support him in that decision or whatever's going on with him and his family or whatever it may be. And the guys are there for it. And so if Pat's talking to him and all the other guys, I'm sure, are talking to him too, they're putting their arms around him. That's enough. That's enough. Now, what I will say is this. There's nothing to really be worried about. We got a very fine tackle in Jalen Moore. If everybody's worried about protecting Pat, we watched Jalen Moore just have a stellar first game in a Chiefs uniform. And if you're looking for somebody to do the job, you got a man here. We was going to get him before Josh Simmons. Matter of fact, this is what it was going to look like before we got into the draft. So, all this, whatever it is, the worrisome, oh my gosh, you say, oh my, what's going on? How about y'all just relax and chill out? Okay, we are still good where we need to be. Okay, we are still good, and all we need to do is support Josh wherever he is with everything, and like you said, pray for him. That's how we should be. Okay, and hope for the best. So, yeah,
no, that's why I wanted to address, because I think a lot of Chiefs Kingdom needs to hear you, JD, and tell them to relax, because it's too much of the speculation, jump into conclusions. They don't know anything. No. And yeah, the people who are saying, oh, Josh Simmons has it's like, oh, the game was too big for him. Like, this guy literally had a catastrophic knee injury, and he literally spent. Well, no, I was saying that there's a lot of different comments I'm hearing online for people just to jump into conclusions saying he's done. I've seen a lot of, we need to prepare for Josh Simmons isn't coming back this year or ever. It's like, what are you talking about? Like a lot of comments like that. But like the thing is, it's like Josh Simmons. I don't think that's the case, right? This is my opinion. Mm-hmm. This guy literally had a catastrophic knee injury, and he worked every day, put in the work every day to get right, to get back. And for a lot of people, didn't even think he was going to be able to play to start the season out this year. He worked every day. You had Ohio State trainers talking about it. You had, when we drafted him from day one, in with our training staff every day. Like a guy to get to that point, and it wasn't like he went to some small school and it's all of a sudden he's in this big moment. He went to Ohio State. And then he went from Ohio State to playing with the Kansas City Chiefs, and like it's not too big. The stage isn't too big for him. So like for a guy who worked that hard to get to where he is right now, I don't think all of a sudden he's questioning football in his life. And that's just my opinion. I don't think that's an unfair conclusion for people to rush to.
No, I think it's just silly to even entertain something like that. So I'll leave it there. I'll be like Andy. I'll just defer to Brett Beach on this thing. We don't go through all the silly rumors. There's no reason to.
Yeah.
The guy's been great since he's been here. So, hey man, we look forward for when him getting back. When he gets finished with everything he needs to get finished with. How about that?
Exactly.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Kansas City area youth Jazz. Josh ran that guy down as a tackle. I mean, yeah.
He did.
Yeah. He cares about the game. You could say that. But again, like you said, JD, I echo what you said. And everyone in the comments echoes what you said. You know, we pray for Josh. Hope everything is going well with his family and everything he's got going on. And we'll see him when we see him.
Well, I think it goes to the broader point of like knowing that these guys have value other than just playing football. And we need to understand that and respect it for what it is. You know what I mean? Sure, this man's a human being. He has his family around him. I mean, just like you and me. It's no different, none whatsoever. So, yeah.
Yeah, and that was a point I made earlier before you came on. It was like you always talk about, like football players are human beings, right? So the same stuff that regular people go through, you guys are going through that also, but on top of that, you also have this job that the whole world watches you every week. It watches your every single move. But on top of that, you have your own stuff, your own family, whatever it may be, all that personal stuff that we go through as, regular people, average Joes. Mm-hmm. Players go through that stuff too. And I think people forget that. It's like, no, like they have families, they have things that they go through, just like the average person. And it's like, I think people just forget that. It's like, yeah, they have that same stuff, but on top of that, they have a million eyes watching them and critiquing their lifestyle and tweeting about it every day.
Hey man, let's just be honest, man. Nobody has the right to anybody else's information about what's going on. You don't. And whoever it is, it don't matter if me or anybody else, shoot. He needs to take care of something. And I see everybody out here, man. Like, yeah, keep him lifted up, pray for him. Barbershop said that. That's exactly how it is. And so that's the way we should be, right? That's the way we should be. So other than that, man, that's sure we fine. So we talking about the team. We just want to make sure that everything is good with him. And I think they're doing that. So.
Yeah. Like Pat said, send prayers out to Josh and keep in your thoughts. Like that's the thing too. Some of the content creators out here are putting this stuff out there where it's like, I think we talked about this in our group messages earlier, but like there was a content creator that said, Pat's praying for him. It's like, well, and it's like, oh, it must be something really bad. It's like, well, okay, again, you're just pulling stuff out of context. Pat says he prays for all of his players at all times. It's like, okay, so like again, like you're hinting at stuff and without context, and it's like, oh, it must be really bad. It's like, no, Pat just said I'm praying for him, just like I pray for all my teammates. I mean, like, just people when they want to parse stuff to make it seem like a bigger story for more clicks or retweets or favorites. It's like, relax,
Yeah.
But again, we are praying for Josh and hope whatever he's going through, whatever it is, we'll see him soon. So,
amen to that.
All right, so let's get to some exciting stuff, JD. It's EGE time. You know what that means? Everybody's got to eat, and this weekend we get to hope to see Rashee Rice eat. I can't wait. So storyline for weeks is get to after week 6 because we'll have Rashee Rice back. We'll have the entire group back, and Rashee Rice, Hollywood, and Xavier Worthy. For the first time, we'll have all 3 of those guys together. So his big storyline was from ESPN's Jeremy Fowler, who reported that the Chiefs plan to allocate a heavy workload to Rashee Rice as soon as possible, which kind of contradicts some of the reports I saw that the Chiefs are going to move him in slowly because it never made sense to me. Because he played during preseason. He's back from the injury, so it's not like he's coming back for week 7 coming off the injury. He's only coming back right now because of the suspension. Nothing to do with the injury. He's back. So today at the press conference, they asked Andy Reid about that specific report from Jeremy Fowler, and probably one of the better Andy Reid sound bites that you're going to hear in the this is funny. And Pat talked about it too, and Xavier talked about what Rashee Rice means to the squad. So here is what they all say.
Coach, Jeremy Fowler reported earlier that there's not going to be any plans for ramping up Rashee Rice. You're going to give him as much as he possibly can. Can you confirm anything about that, or is there some sort of plan for getting him steadily back into the offense?
Well, he's going to play. I mean, how many snaps he gets, ask Jeremy, he'll tell you. Listen, I think he's excited to be back in and going. I think getting through practices here will be good for him to kind of get back into the swing of things.
I mean, he's going to be out there every single play. I mean, that's the mentality that he has. I think it's going to be our job as teammates and coaches to kind of build him back the right way. But it's going to be hard to keep him off the field for sure. With the speed that we had with Taekwon and with Xavier and Hollywood, sometimes those guys underneath are getting open a lot more. And I mean, adding Rashee there and him catching those balls underneath, and then him with his yak and able to make stuff happen is going to force defense to choose. Like, are you going to sit back and let us throw stuff underneath, or are you going to come up and have to deal with all that speed running down the field? And so that's a good problem to showcase towards defenses.
That's just another threat. Like he said, everybody eats. I feel like it's just more eyes go on somebody else. I mean, I feel like everybody in this offense can make a play or go win on one-on-one. So it's just another explosive guy on the offense.
So right there, Pat pretty much explains why it's exciting to have him back. And also, I love Andy saying, ask Jeremy Fowler about how much Rashee Rice is going to play this weekend. I thought that was hilarious.
Right.
But Jenny, what are you expecting from Rashee Rice this week? And obviously, we heard Pat talk about that. But to people who don't really understand, how is Rashee Rice's presence going to be able to open up a lot of the other things for guys like Hollywood, for guys that were the over-the-top shots?
Well, I mean, it's simple. Like they were saying, he's a weapon. And so what you have to do is you have to contend now with not only the receivers that we had on the team that's been hitting teams over the head, going deep, getting short, catching the football, getting yak yards. Now you have the guy, Rashee Rice, R&R. Rolls Royce is coming back, and he's going to be doing a hard thing on people. So that's the deal. That's what's going to happen. So that's what I'm expecting. I'm expecting, some real firepower, man. Look, Rashee Rice isn't just your average wide receiver, right? It's not your third or fourth guy coming back that you're hoping he's going to get maybe one or two plays in. This is your main guy. This is who this is. So when we sit there, we're looking like it's not a backup singer. This is the drummer. The drummer just came back. You know, the music sounds a little bit better when you have your main drummer coming back. You know, they say, we got some on the drummer. Boom, boom. He's just going and giving his little bit. That's what Rashee Rice, his first day back is going to be. The first game back is going to be, right? We're going to give him a show. And so as we see, same thing with Xavier Worthy. Xavier Worthy, he's going to be a decoy. Don't worry about it. He's just going to run down the field, go in there and throw the ball. And they say, man, we're running reverses, throwing deep balls and everything to Xavier Worthy. So Rashee Rice ain't going to be any different. And you heard it. He would love to play every single game. The thing is, you just move him in, in a great tempo, let him get enough, let him get his win into where he needs to. It's just going to make us, we just got that much better. And so this thing is about to open up all the way, Marcus, to what we thought it was going to be, what we thought it could have been last year to even, this off season. I told everybody, man, you had a chance. He's back. It's over. So get ready. Bring your popcorn, baby. Bring your popcorn. And it's Raiders too? Raider week. You got something for all that. Yes, sir.
And I love, because Pat, and also in the press conference, he talked about, and Xavier also talked about it too, but there's this love between them. And I find it cool, right? For the reasons why, like, we haven't seen them together yet. And Rashee, Xavier, and Hollywood have all had this like rapport of like a brotherhood already. They haven't even played together yet. And like, to know they have that kind of all, and Mahomes also talked about his off the field relationship with Rashee, like they're friends off the field, they text, and they're friends. And to know there's this like brotherhood connection like that's been brewing between these guys, and they haven't even gotten to play together yet. And like I think Xavier tweeted yesterday, 1 + 4 = 5. And it's like, all these guys together, and we're finally going to see this brotherhood, this chemistry be displayed on a team. It's one thing to have like talented guys who like, they're three talented receivers, but they don't talk to each other. They're not boys, right? They're coworkers essentially. It seems like there's an admiration and love between all three of them. And like for 2 years, we've been talking about having these three guys together. And finally, week 7 in 2025, we're going to finally see these guys together. I'm just so excited about that. And it's just like, it's one of those things that like, I never thought we were going to get to see it. And we're finally going to get to see it this week. Do you think this could be, I know we talked about the Lions last week, but having the second most points in history. But like, do you see this offense being kind of the more prolific offenses we've seen in the Mahomes era? I know everyone talks about Tyreek and Kelsey days, but like, could this be up there with that as far as prolific offenses?
I think so. And the thing is, it's still going to be the same thing. They're going to try to play us deep. You know, the two shell, make sure they won't beat them deep. But we just got to take our shots when we need to. The good thing is, when you're talking about Rashee Rice, and we watch Hollywood Brown, we watch Xavier Worthy, these are yak powerhouses. We know that. And so now you got all these receivers, Tyquan Thornton, we got Juju. I mean, you name it. Jalen Royals, who we thought was going to get significant time, is, he's coming off the bench. He's hardly getting his uniform dirty at all. He don't even have to lace up his cleats. But it's a good thing to have it, man. We got firepower all over the place. That's the thing about it. So speed is going to threaten the defense from everywhere, from every single where. And so, yeah, I said this before. I said, especially going against this offense, DB's going to have to get out of their back pedal when they come off the bus. They better lace up their cleats. They better get their hamstrings and thighs warmed up, because we're going to test every single strand and fiber of that muscle out. That's what's going to happen. So I'm excited, like everybody else is excited. And I think with the capability we have, we could put up easy 30-something points. No question about it. No question about it. So,
yeah, and one thing we
still got to run the football.
There you go. Yeah. I think everyone's already forgot about running the football. Everyone's forgot about the balance thing. Now we have Rashee Rice back. Everyone's forgot about that.
That's right.
We wanted balance when he wasn't here, but now we have Rashee Rice. Nah, there's no reason to run it. We go 4 wide all game.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
JD, with because you talk about the too high shell, and I think everyone remembers like when we had Tyreek, teams were going to too high, and it was like, okay, well, beat us with other stuff. This offense provides a little differences in the fact that like you have the speed that Tyreek Hill had with Worthy and Hollywood and Tyquan, but then with that team we also had just Kelsey underneath. We didn't really have an underneath guy doing anything. I mean, Watkins was for a little bit, but that after Watkins left, we never had another guy outside of Kelsey to be able to do that. But now you mix in the reason why this is different, and I'm curious how you think defense is going to kind of I guess try to take away our offense. They're going to go the deep shell, too high look, because you have those guys who can do that. But then underneath wise, you have Kelsey and Rashee Rice to do those things on top of having Tyquan, Hollywood, and Xavier Worthy to hit you over the top. How do you think they're going to come at us? Do you think they are going to go with the too high shell and just say, hey, like matriculate the ball down the field? You ain't going to get you're not going to get the deep ball stuff.
I think there's 2 ways that you could try to play this. Okay, actually 3. All right. You can either try to bring pressure, have 4 get home, and sit 7 back in zone, and hopefully guys don't get open, right? And you can play underneath. You have the 5 guys underneath, 2 guys high, and because we do a lot of intermediate routes, and so we're sitting there saying like, okay, they run a lot of intermediate routes. That's what we have to do. You're not going to be able to drop 8, like Cincinnati used to do back in the day. But if you're trying to do anything, try to get us in 3rd and long. I think that's one of the keys. And then you just play underneath. If you don't do that, then like I said, you got to try to make sure you maintain that zone level underneath as much as possible. 5 to 10, 12 yards. That's where you got to be able to try to do it. Maybe some combination coverage, but you got to play over top. But if you do anything zone wise, where the guys push you down the field, you just can't let us beat you deep. So you're going to have to hit some comebacks. You might have to hit some, back shoulder throws. But I'm gonna tell you this though, the way the NFL is, none of the guys that's on the other side are gonna be afraid of it. They're gonna try to challenge it. And matter of fact, I would say week in and week out, the defensive coordinator is saying, "Hey, look, they're saying it's gonna be the best offense. They got all these fast guys. Rashee Rice came back from his suspension, and they this is who they are. This is who they saying they are." Well, I tell you what. How about we go smack them in the mouth, okay? Show everybody different. So we're going to be challenged. We are. We're going to be challenged. But I do believe that if you do anything, then you probably have to sit back in zone as much as possible. You have to bring pressure. I mean, that's at least that's how I would play us. That's exactly how I would play us, you know. And then make sure anything underneath quick. You try to just, you know, make sure you attack it right now.
So either way, off the line's going to have their plate full because they're going to be trying to do whatever they can to get the pad, whether it's blitzing or trying to get home with 4. So regardless, off the line's got to do their thing.
Well, but also too, Marcus, I do believe they might dare us to run the football.
Yeah.
Why not? Philly did. So Philly, who's sitting over here, and actually, this is really kind of our lineup we had in Philly. You know, without Rashee Rice. But I'm saying, like, hey, let's dare them to run the football. You know, they like to pass all day. Dare them to run the football. How about that? And so what we had to do, we just got to take them up on it. That's what I say. So, like Pat said, what are you going to do? You're going to decide to sit back and, you know, let us throw it and you know, hit you underneath, you know, run the football is going to be something that we need to be able to at least incorporate what we do well. Our offensive line has gotten a lot better in the run game. We've seen that week in and week out. And so you see that it bears it out and with this guys been able to do with their type of, you know, yards per carry, you know, what they just, you know, been able to do as far as our success in the run game. I think we should continue to do that, man.
Yeah, 100% agree. Greg Rose even says run the ball will work better now. I mean, yeah, like you said, they're going to dare us to do it. Like, hey, like we know you don't want to do this because you have Rashee Rice, because you have all these guys, and we know Andy wants to throw it. So let's see you run the ball. See you kind of get out of your own tendencies. So that'll be on Andy to mix it up and have that balance still there. So there's still the threat of the run.
Yeah.
Man, it's going to be exciting, man. I think Vegas has us, I think 28.5 over under for our own points. So I think we're going to get at least 28 points this weekend. So going to be exciting to see. All right, so we're going to our final topic here. JD, do you have time to have guests come on tonight?
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
Yeah, I told Neff I was going down here to do it from the out lobby. He did like yes, gave me a thumbs up.
Oh,
did like that deuces like so.
Word, baby. Always word,
baby. Yeah. I was thinking, I was like, man, I should have did that in the room, but he's chilling out. He's
just relaxing,
man, relaxing. So he misses on here. He was like, man, I should have got on last week or something like that. So we'll just have to see, you know. But yeah, doing well.
That's awesome. That's great. Love Shad. Send him my love and send him everyone's love here. So Jay,
see like that. Like I chose to provide everybody with the things that I'm doing.
There you go.
Yeah. Gave everybody a glance into like my life. You know,
and I think that's what Chiefs Kingdom wants. They want to glance into Josh Simmons' life and everybody else's life. they want 24-hour news cycle of everyone's life.
Yeah, no, don't quit having access. It's like, okay, how much money you paid?
Nope. Yeah. But all right, so it is Raiders week, and obviously, no matter how bad the Raiders are, which they seem like to be bad again this year, this game and matchup means a lot to the players. As JD always talks about how important it is around the entire facility. Andy and Pat actually had to say some few words about Raiders week, and we'll get into the matchup a little bit here. But here is Andy and Pat on Raiders week and the significance of it.
You feel that when you step in the building during Raider Week. I mean, it's I always said it doesn't matter if you're doing good, they're doing good, both doing bad. This game, it means more to everybody. Everybody that's playing in the game, both sides of the football, and so you have to have that mentality. It's a true rivalry game. You don't have a lot of those in the NFL, and I'm blessed to be a part of it because it really does bring out the best in both teams.
We also love having them come in here to GH Field at Arrowhead Stadium. We understand the rivalry, and our fans really understand the rivalry, and they get after it. But our players understand that too. It has a little bit of that college atmosphere to it, where you have a team that you've had a rivalry with for many years, and you feel privileged to be a part of that.
So obviously both guys have been in this rivalry for a long time now. They know the significance of it, know what it means. JD, you've been obviously a part of this rivalry, and you've been a part of it when your team was struggling and when your team was the top dog going into this match. You've seen both sides of it. And the one thing people always say is like, well, I'm seeing a lot, right? It's the Raiders suck. We're gonna dominate them. But as you know, there's been many times where your team was not good or the other team you were the better team. And those matchups still were down to the wire in those games. And that's the one thing that this has with the Raiders and Chiefs. Now, what is the mindset? I mean, you talked about how important Raiders Week is for the Chiefs, but what is the mindset going into these games? Just kind of getting prepared for this rivalry, be it if you are the heavy favorite or the heavy underdog.
I think really, man, you have to come in and button everything up. You better be ready. Matter of fact, I would suspect that we'll almost be looking for almost a little tussle going on in between the lines quite a few times. It's always been said, and I don't think it's no secret, but we don't like them, they don't like us. And it's just like one of those that people always talk about. You just got to have disdain for the Raiders, especially in the Chiefs jersey. That's just the way it works, right? It's wild. But as soon as you come in, you get adopted into that culture immediately. And it's like, hey, man, what's going on? Why does this week seem different? Why does everybody seem on edge? Oh, man, it's Raider Week. You don't know nothing about Raider Week. And then all of a sudden they give you like the whole history about what, went on with the Raiders and all of that. And so, hey, I go into my barbershop. When I go into my barbershop, my barber is a Raiders fan. And we go at it. And so I can't even walk in the door good enough. And he immediately starts, with the yapping with the Raiders. And have y'all won a game yet? Are y'all any good? We just start getting into it. It's nonstop. It's nonstop. Just jabs and whatnot. As a matter of fact, he had a Patrick Mahomes jersey that he had got. And he's like, I don't even want to sell this thing. He said, I just want to ball it up and throw it away. So he I guess he got it as a gift, and he ended up selling it to somebody because he didn't want it. He's like, I want this. Why did somebody hand me this? I'm like, hey. And I told him, I said, man, I'm going to bring you all type of Kansas City paraphernalia you put up on the wall over here. Don't do that. You're just wasting your time. So that's just what it means, man. It is that rivalry. There's certain rivalries in the NFL that that everybody looks at and understands, especially the two teams. Max Crosby, he said it several times. He does not like the Chiefs. He doesn't like Patrick Mahomes and all those. He doesn't like it. He doesn't like just something about it, right? Mm-hmm. When John Gruden was there, he wanted to drive around Arrowhead one more time after the good win that they got, okay? After as far as just busting them in their tail, several times as we've been doing. And so it continues. It all continues. And so as my guys, I was trying to find it, but in our 2003, we got a chat of guys, and a lot of guys came up and said, hey, man, it's Raider Week. Somebody said it immediately. It's Raider Week. Everybody knows when Raider Week is coming. We know when it's here. And so my cousin, I don't know, he might be on tonight, but he's a huge Raiders fan. I hope he's on here because I want to see him. I want him to bring him on the chat to talk about it. But we go at it. We go at it. Shoot, my brother-in-law is a big Raiders fan. So yeah, they out there. They're out there.
So my older brother, the one who's the second oldest of the five of us, huge Raiders fan, right? The Tasia became a Chiefs fan because he watched the Raiders with him growing up, and then I became a Chiefs fan watching the Chiefs with Tasia. But every year for Christmas, I get him a item that's a Raider item or whatever. So like I got him a poster from like the 1975. It's like a Raiders player running, but in that poster there's Chiefs players, like just generic Chiefs players like tackling him. And then Corey, the artist chief, had the Mahomes Crosby photo with them two staring at each other. I got him that too. So it's become a trend for the last 2 years for Christmas that I get him something that has Raiders in it, but there's also a Chief in there too, to symbolize our brotherhood and stuff. But I don't think he's caught on yet, but like I've noticed, like going into his place, like he's got a few Chiefs items in there, just he doesn't even realize it. But yeah, so I'm slowly putting the Chiefs in there, and
there you go. That's good.
His daughter's, of course, becoming Chiefs fans because of Taylor Swift, so he's not a big fan of that.
It is what it is, man. It is what it is. Come on over here to the right side, the light side, where we already know where the Chiefs are. Okay, that's what you want to be, man. Nobody want to wear silver and black, No,
just that bright red and yellow, the Hawkamania red and yellow. So Devin White, the linebacker for the Raiders, who was with the Buccaneers when we played them in the Super Bowl, had a really good game against Travis Kelce, and since his Buccaneers days, he's kind of bounced around the league a little bit, went from the Eagles to the Texans, and now it looks like he's found a home with the Raiders in Las Vegas. And today he said, they asked him about the matchup. He said, quote, "I ain't scared. I know a lot of people look at him for what he is." He's talking about Travis Kelce, the guy who won 3 Super Bowls. "I'm going to be poised and have my guys ready to play. Devin White's going to win. That's all." So that's what he talked about in that. And if you remember that game, Devin White actually had a pretty good game against Kelce in that Tampa Bay Super Bowl. I mean, again, we had a patchwork offensive line in that game, so a lot of people had good games in that one. But is there anything about this Raiders team? I know we talk about teams who are like they're 2-4. I mean, they're coming off a win last week. Is it kind of one of those things that, like, even forget the rivalry for a second, but the fact that, like, this is a team that's, like, by and large, they're probably not going anywhere this year, but they kind of have, it's kind of one of those things like, we're going to go out there. We've beaten this team before. I mean, Mahomes is 12-2 against the Raiders, 5-2 against the Raiders at home. So the only 2 losses he ever had against the Raiders were actually in Kansas City. So this is one of those things that guys like Max Crosby say, hey, look, like, we've been this team before. What was there one thing you were looking out for when we played this Raiders team this weekend? Just knowing what we see from their defense and their offense.
Well, I'll tell you what, man, they're a very capable offense. We know that. I think, look, Geno Smith, we talk about Genty and, offensive line looks decent. They got pretty decent wide receivers. Look, they, how's Bowers doing? Because I know he was a little banged up, right?
He and Jacoby Myers did not practice today.
Yeah, see? So, they might be holding them guys out just to know. And heck, they could have been waiting for this game, right? Just for real.
It's true.
Get them right. So, I'm sure they're going to come with it, whatever they can to swing with. Defensively, I haven't really watched too much of their games, to be honest with you, this year. But one thing I do know, like everybody else knows, they're going to play us tough. If anything, they can get up for one game. This is the game they're going to get up for. And they'll do it. They'll do it. So I don't think it's just going to be one of those games you just walk over a team like that, because they're going to crawl, they're going to scratch, they're going to bite, they're going to do all those different things. And my cousin actually said he's on here. So he said he's on here. I told him want to come on. He texted me and said, "Yeah, I'm on here." So I want him to hear us. Okay. So maybe he could come on and tell me a little bit more about what the Raiders got as compared to the Chiefs. But I will say this, and I made this point, that it's never about them. It's always about us. It's all about what we do. Okay. This is going to be Rashee Rice welcome back game. We're going to take away from what we did against the Lions team, hold them to 17 points, which was an incredible, feat, especially with what they had to give. And we're just going to build on it. That's what we're going to do. So I just think, man, you just going to win. You just know you just can't let a team like this. You can't let them breathe, man. You can't. You just can't let them catch on fire. You can't let them give them any type of life thinking that they're going to have a chance and opportunity. You just can't. Okay. So you just got to stamp that out immediately. Immediately. Max Crosby's going to be playing hard and whatnot. And look, I'll go back and forth. Okay, I'm not going to tell you who, but I go back and forth with one of our guys that's kind of been on our show about Max Crosby and Chris Jones. We have this debate all the time about Max Crosby, what he gives and how good he is, and Chris Jones, what Chris gives, what he how does he look, and how do you compare those two? And I said, Chris, we know without a doubt is the most double team guy out there, especially defensive tackle. Max Crosby's on the edge, but he is a force to reckon with. So he's going to try us. The thing is, if we do a good job against him, blocking him, and just keep hitting him left to right, we're going to take him out of the game. He's never going to be out of the game because he's a guy there's no quitting him. There's not. But I tell you what, you had to beat him up enough to when you want to try to make him submit. That's what you do. So whatever hatred he has for the Chiefs, hey man, make sure, okay, we're gonna keep that going. So I want him to keep being sour all you want to. Keep being sour. So we know what it's gonna be, man. It's gonna be real chippy. It's gonna be real chippy. But look, Pete Carroll's a good coach. I think he had those guys ready too. And so it's going to be a good matchup, man. I always look forward to this. I always look forward to this week. And I'm not lost to it ever. Once I started and I got a tradition playing for the Chiefs, I know when this week is always coming up. I do. So I always go back to memories, Marcus. Great memories.
Yeah. I mean, you got recruited by the Raiders. They want to bring you over to the black hole.
Yes, they did, man. They flew me in first class, man. Talked to North Turner, wine to dine me, and I was almost this close. Oh, I was almost this close to being a Raider. And
the one thing about the Raiders, obviously, it's chippy. It's like one of the few rivalries in the NFL. There's only a few you can really look to as far as it has that college atmosphere, like that Michigan versus Ohio State kind of feel. There's the Raiders, Chiefs, Commanders, Cowboys. Green Bay and Chicago. Those are the ones you think of, right? Like, as far as the rivalries that are the most like the college type of rivalries.
Yeah.
So like, you see things differently in these games where it's like, there's familiarity there. So like, while it is a 12.5, while we're 12.5 point, I think some books have us as a 12.5 point favorite. It's like, it might be a close game. I'm surprised if it is. I mean, we saw a game a couple of years ago where the quarterback didn't complete a pass in the second half and they beat us. So, and that was a team that, that was going nowhere. So it happens that way. You were talking from like the defensive side of things and Crosby. Yeah, we'll be keeping an eye on Crosby, but offensively, I think it's a game. And I know we want to talk about Rashee Rice. I know most fans talk about the offense this week. It's going to blow up. But how bad that offensive line is for the Raiders. I believe Ashton Jeanty is the most contacted running back behind the line of scrimmage than any other running back in the league right now. Geno Smith has thrown the most amount of interceptions this year, and it's all, people want to dog Geno Smith. I think Geno Smith's a solid quarterback, but it's a bad offensive line. That's a real big issue for the Raiders. And you're talking potentially no Bowers, potentially no Jacoby Myers this weekend. That's a problem for them. And I do think we could see some defensive scores this week. I think that is on the board. I know we aren't a team that gets the defensive touchdowns as much as we'd like to see, but I think that is on the board this week just based on the offensive line issues that they have and the turnover issues that the Raiders do have.
I mean, it's on the board every week. So is that a possibility? Absolutely. And so, if the offensive line, looks like Siv, and you could run through the holes and absolutely pressure Geno Smith, then that's what we're going to do. We're trying to exploit that part of it. I think part of their game is to run the football more. I do believe they're going to try to get Jeanty going, maybe get Trey Tucker on a couple of reverses, get the ball in his hands, let him make some plays. So that would be it. It'll really affect them if Jacoby and Brock don't play. Yeah, huge. It would be huge. Then I can see that. I can see that blowing out like, man, you ain't got enough weapons. But also, too, we can't play into, like you said, what they're going to know what our strength is. They know we're going to pass the football. Rashee Rice back. They go, hey, man, they're going to try to pass the football. But you let our running backs get off too. Let Pacheco, who's been looking good the past couple of weeks. Let Hunt, who's been looking good all season, run the daggone football. Rashee Smith, let him get some reps in there as well. Somebody said that earlier. So I think even though Rashee Rice is back, there's a lot of opportunity for our guys, to catch the ball down the field. But I want to hand the ball off this week. That's what I want to do. Hand the ball off because that opens up the pass even more. So yeah.
Yeah, I definitely think that's us coming out and being more of a rushing attack. This we would kind of be surprised to a lot of people just because we have that shiny new toy back and we want to utilize it.
Use it. Yeah, you're supposed to. Shoot.
Yeah. I'm very excited about this game. Obviously, whenever you have Raiders Chiefs on the schedule, it's always one of those games. No matter how bad, and I love that Pat said that. No matter how bad or how good some of these teams are, it's always a struggle, and it is. I mean, it's a very important game.
Well, it's the NFL, and we watched these past couple of weeks. It's been that, right? Ebb and flow. Sometimes the team, he's so high, all of a sudden they get knocked off. You're like, okay, maybe they're not as good as they are, right? Nobody thought the Chiefs would be 3-3. But if you just look at the schedule, you're like, oh, man, they 3-3, they ain't that good. And, well, the 3 games he lost was, less than 3 points, and somebody had to, do a heroic run, falling twice to get in the end zone to beat us. So, the Chiefs are still the top team, I think, in the NFL. So.
Yeah, no, I'm 100% with you. And I know the Raiders have their issues, but they have their defensive. They actually have a pretty solid defense this year. And if you watch some of their games, like Gino puts them in kind of tough situations as far as when you are giving the other team extra possessions a lot, you're putting your defense in pretty precarious situations. And there's some of these games. I mean, if you watch that Chargers game, like the week 2, I think. That should have been a blowout if you think about the amount of possessions they had. But no, the Raiders defense kept them in that game. And we talked about Devin White. Devin White's one of those resurrection stories for them right now. Like he's really bringing back, repatching his career again and making himself, he looks good. Jamal Adams, another guy, another redemption story for them. Safety. Now he's a linebacker, and now he's actually playing pretty well for them. So they, Pete Carroll's a good coach. I know people can say what they want to say. I know some Raiders fans are upset about their coaching staff right now, but I think that's become the norm for them. If they're not doing well after 5 games, they want a new coach the next day.
Well, I mean, that's just how it is. They had a ton of draft picks. Shit, I think didn't they have the most draft picks, this year?
I think so. And I remember that. I remember we talked about their draft. We actually kind of liked their draft this year.
Yeah. I mean, it might have been some other guys I think they should have went after, but I mean, I don't think they did enough to fix the wide receiver problem. Put it that way.
Yeah, I didn't like the Jack Besh draft pick. I thought that was kind of early for his skill set. I think it's the kind of guy you could probably get later on in the draft, a receiver who's a good blocking type of receiver. Probably get him later on. They got the Deontay Thornton guy who's a good deep threat receiver. That was a good pick for them. But yeah, I think they could have done a little bit more in the wide receiver room as well, especially because they want to get rid of Jacoby Myers. And it's like that's a guy you want to trade, but who do you really have behind him? I mean, Trey Tucker's good, but who do you really have outside Jacoby Myers?
Right. I'm trying to find this video for you, man. If I get it, I'll pull it up. Dang on it. It just encapsulate everything that you see.
So we have put the invite link in the chat, guys. If you guys want to hop in and ask away any questions, we will do that. Come on, come
on in. Come on in. Let's come talk about it. Come talk about Rashee Rice. The Raiders. What do you think about it? Josh Simmons. I mean, whatever you want to talk about. Let's come on. We're ready for it all. Bring it on. Bring it on. So.
Yeah, it was interesting though because to see that Mahomes is 12-2 against the Raiders and you look back at it, you remember, oh man, yeah, I do remember those 2 losses they had, and they're both in Arrowhead. I mean, he owns the Vegas Allegiant Stadium. He owns that one. I think I think he's one of the his name's on the deed, I think. But the fact that his only 2 losses are in Kansas City gets raised is kind of wild to me. So I was surprised about that when I saw that. Kind of eye-opening. All right, we got our first guest in here tonight. We got our guy, Optimistic James, coming in here. Optimistic, what's up, buddy?
What's up, Marcus? How are you doing today?
Good. How are you doing, brother?
Optimistic James.
I'm doing good. How you doing, JD?
I'm good, my brother. Holding it down over here, as always. How you doing?
I'm doing good. I'm doing good. My only question for today is, did you really say that you're waiting for week 7 for Butker, or are you going to be looking to bring somebody else in? Because Butker, every other year, he's going to mess around. He's going to have some bad kicks, and then his next year he's going to do good in the second half because he's going to mess up. At least in my mind, I keep on seeing he has that tendency to like have a great year, and then he starts off slow, and then by the playoffs, he ends up messing around and just nailing a freaking field goal kicker. So would you really bring somebody in by week 7 because he started off the season bad?
No. So what I was saying is, if it keeps continuing to happen, right, and it doesn't look like he's fixing anything, and he's still kicking balls left to right, I think you might entertain it possibly. But I'm one of those. I'm kind of like you. You know, I think you're on this side of this, but you know, I do believe you let Buckner, you know, kind of work through it. And like we were talking about when I don't know if you see, well, you was on here when I was speaking about like the mechanics. Okay, his legs just being something that is consistent the entire time. This is something that he's going to go through film to find out too. You know, just little things he just continued to practice over and over again, staying consistent, and that's very important. But I think, man, look, he's more than earned his spot here on this team. He's earned enough time to get himself right. He's been one of the best field goal kickers here in the NFL for the past few years. That's just not by chance. It's him putting in the hard work and being as proficient in that area more than anybody else. So he's earned that right. He has earned that right. So I don't know. I'm not, you know, on board with, you know, bringing people in like that. But if he's just still shaking them left to right and just like, oh, what's going on? Then maybe you have to.
Yeah, because I think you said after the bye week. I think that was the point you made on Sunday after the post-game show. You said by the bye week, if it's still continuing, then you contemplate bringing in somebody.
Yeah, exactly, after bye week.
I would say, you know, maybe if you're talking about like putting somebody on the, you know, the heater block to get cut the next week. Because, you know, Butker is, I mean, if I know Butker, he has like a tendency to do that year after year. But it's about to get it out over here. Thank y'all.
Okay. All right, man.
Appreciate it, buddy.
My brother.
Yeah, but Butker does have a tendency to do this, but like I feel like this year in general, we talked about on Sunday. If you look at every game so far this year, he's had a miss or some kind of thing, right? Like the Jacksonville game, no miss, but he had the kickoff out of bounds. So there has been something each game so far.
Yeah. And somebody made a point, and I hadn't really thought about it, but I'm like, it could be. You know, just the short kickoffs that he has to do. Could that affect him not putting his full leg into it? You add something else to your game that's taken away from something that you had been putting your whole foot into. Now you got to put a little bit more touch into it. It may change it somewhat. I think it's a plausible theory. Maybe it's something like that. It could be.
I guess it does make sense, right? Because a lot in the same kind of vein I've seen. Because if you look at the NBA, for example, the free throw percentages have gone down significantly, and that's guys who are even 3-point shooters, right? Curry's an anomaly. I mean, he's just like, he can make, he's 99% of the free throws essentially. But like, if you look at it across the board, you see guys who are, you know, shooting 40% from three, but when it comes to the free throw line, they're shooting like 70% or 60%. And that's similar kind of thing where it's like you're shooting a lot of 3-point shots. You don't really have much of a mid-range game. So when you go to the free throw line, you're missing the free throw shots because you're kind of only used to hitting the deep shot. So very similar kind of thing. It just changes your whole trajectory and how much strength you're putting into your shots.
Yeah, very much so. Very much so. Yeah.
All right, so we put the link in the chat, guys. If anybody else wants to come in, come on in. I know Russ's Android's in here. I know you always got some good to say. Yeah, I know Will's in here. So if you guys have anything to say, come on in. I'll tell Mouth, you don't watch the NBA anymore? Ah, come on. It's back on NBC now. It's going all over again. We got the old song from the 90s back.
I'm with Devon Green Beans. I don't really watch the NBA anymore either.
You watch postseason ball though, right?
I do. I catch it. So.
We got a surprise. We got a special guest in here tonight. You guys have been asking for a long time, but now we're gonna make it happen. It's a new face to the Chief Concerns stream. We actually might have seen her in the background before. Maybe in the background.
Yeah.
But here we go. We got special guest Susan Dunn coming on here. What's up, Susan? How you doing tonight?
I'm doing good. I was gonna have the girls come on, but they had to go to bed early.
So they didn't hear me say the S word earlier.
Yeah. Oh, they tell me every time.
Yeah. Marcus said a bad word. Yeah.
Last time.
What's up, baby? How you doing, sweetie?
Good.
So just want to say, welcome to Chief Concerns.
Yeah.
How you doing?
I'm always in the background listening. Sometimes I don't know what you're saying, but I'm just listening.
You do. Well, I'll tell you what, you do a good job. You really do a good job as far like following the game, understanding what's going on. So look, Susan Marcus, Susan is cutthroat. She is cutthroat. In like fantasy football, if somebody has a bad game, she's ready to get rid of them. Like, no, you can't get rid of them like that. You can't do that. So
I don't like it. Hey, you don't perform, you gotta go.
Mm-hmm. Let me ask. I'm gonna ask you a question. Okay, I'm gonna ask you a question about halftime show. Bad Bunny, right? Got a fellow Puerto Rican is gonna be doing the show so far. What do you think about that? Huh? What do you think about it?
I'm for it. I don't mind it. I mean, I listened to a couple of his songs and it's very catchy, but I don't mind it.
Yeah. I think I shared something today. I think people just lose their minds over things like this. It's kind of crazy, but hey, it's a Puerto Rican brother, man. You got to stand up for him. Puerto Rican, ha.
I'm a Bad Bunny fan. He's got some good tunes. So like again, I don't understand the outrage. And when we saw the outrage, I mean, pretty much it's the thing. It's not just Bad Bunny. It's every time they select a new halftime person, there's some kind of people who are upset about it. So it's like it's not just a Bad Bunny thing. It was a Kendrick Lamar thing. It was J-Lo and Shakira. I mean, it's everything.
You're not gonna plead. Go ahead, right?
No, I'm just for me, he's worldwide, and I don't think people really understand how popular he is worldwide. I know when I first started listening to him, I was like, what his voice, it was different, but he's very catchy, if you really listen to his lyrics. But of course, a lot of it you can't understand, but he's very proud Puerto Rican.
Yeah. Well, I think you said it. You said it best. This thing right here is going to draw in more people, and the NFL understands more money, more people, more things. That's what they want.
Definitely, catching the eye of worldwide for sure, especially when they're playing games, in other countries. So
yeah.
But anyways, I just want to say hi.
Good to see you, Susan.
Good to see you. You guys have a good night.
All right, sweet. Love you. I'll see you later. Okay.
All right. Bye.
All right, bye.
It was a good surprise by Susan. That was awesome.
It was. Yes, it was. Oh, it's my baby.
Love Susan.
Yes, sir.
And you guys been asking for Susan make an appearance for a long time, and we you know, she came in tonight. She said, "You know what? I'll do it. I'll come in and say hi."
Oh yeah. We'll bring on here more where y'all want to ask us questions about me and all of that. Y'all would get a surprise. I should have asked us. Said Susan, you try to tackle me all the time, so it's almost like I'm like a Raider to her. She's from out there in Kansas City. She knows what this thing is all about, man. She knows what this thing's all about. So,
well, it seems like everybody in the chat's kind of okay with this whole with Bad Bunny. I'm seeing some, I think, a satanic thing. Okay, yeah, I don't. Yeah, okay, all right, but yeah. You speak about satanic show.
Well, I'll say this. You know, I actually sent this article out that, you know, with a lot of brothers of faith, you know, a men's group, and I sent this great article, and I might have sent it to Don too. But it was just talking about we can be outraged on a lot of things as Christians, but you know, the thing is, we should be more in the service of, you know, being outraged on injustice. You know, the death of people and like those things, suffering, as opposed to this, you know, and putting money toward all these other things. We need to be putting money toward helping people out in a much different way. And so, you know, it's one of those conversations that's always good to have, you know what I mean? Because you're not going to be able to police everything. And one thing you can't do is you can't force anybody into your faith, right? It's got to be something that we share the gospel in a loving way. You know, it's not always about, you know, these, you know, fighting these culture wars out here. It's just not. So, so the girls are saying that, JD, you are blessed. I am. She's a beautiful woman inside and out, you know, so it's my heart.
Susan's amazing. Love Susan. And for all of you guys who don't know Bad Bunny, I'm not a biggest fan of Bad Bunny, but you know, I have Cuban roots, right? So he has a lot. He implements a lot of the salsa music, the beats. But a song that I like, if you like into Latin music, "Después de la Playa." That's my favorite song by Bad Bunny. I wouldn't say I'm a big Bad Bunny fan, but that's a song I'm a huge fan of. Is "Después de la Playa." So. And that means that's translation to "after the beach." That's the translation for that.
Yes, sir. Well, I had to find out. I don't. It's always good. But we got some people coming in. I'd love to see. Let's go ahead and go with Greg first, man. I see Greg out here.
What's up, Greg? Hey guys, it was such a treat seeing Susan on there too. That was great. Hey, you guys ready? We're going to knock somebody in the mouth. Wait!
Yes, sir.
I'm ready for a total beat down. It's got to be, or it ain't accepted.
That's right, Greg. That's it. Say it with your chest, brother. Say it with your chest. You know?
Yeah, I said that.
Yeah. Hey man, look, and the thing is, you know, it's always crazy, man. Just like my time playing the Raiders, how much of that fans could not stand us coming into the stadium. I would tell the things about these stories when I even had to tell my mom, I said, my brothers had to come with you to the games. Because I just don't, the fans are just crazy. They're just crazy fans. And so, you know, they're going to have a lot of, you know, Raider people out there in Kansas City for sure. It's just part of who they are, and that's good. I love it. I love going against these guys. And they like they're going against us too, man. But I think it's going to be a very exciting game. I do.
Now, the 49ers and the Raiders are local for me. So I see these guys all the time. You know, and I would forever not like or root for either one of them just because of the fans.
I hear you, brother. I hear you.
Man, they're ready. You do something wrong, man, you're out of here, buddy.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Troublemakers. That's what they're troublemakers.
Oh, boy. Yeah. And that fits the town, too. Really does. 49ers are okay. I got a lot of love in the family that's 49ers fans, so I'm pretty sympathetic. Man, when we just had that Super Bowl, and my wife goes, "Oh, we're gonna have a Super Bowl party against 49ers," and I go, "Oh, honey, somebody's gonna lose. All right, there's no two ways around it. Somebody gonna be crying." I didn't even want to go. Yeah, my nephew, he got up, took off. I didn't see him for an hour after McCole Hardman made that touchdown.
Oh man.
Oh my gosh. Yeah,
Cut
it
deep.
was bad. Yeah, what are we going to do against this team?
Man, I think one thing we had to do, we just had to attack them. You know, obviously, like I said, against the run, we had to do the run. I think it's the same thing. A lot of window dressing, a lot of motion, a lot of movement. I want to run us under center a little bit more. Obviously, some RPO to get Rashee Rice, get him going, and then of course, we start throwing some back shoulder throws to Rashee Rice, which we hadn't really seen. And I'm just like, man, this is how it should look. So I hope we're going to try to continue some of that what we had during the preseason. What this will look like. So,
defense attacking their strengths. It's got to be the run game because they're not strong anywhere else.
No.
And if you get them behind and make them start passing, that will be a key. Get a good lead. That's another strength that we need to lay out on this. Get a fast start, get them behind, and put some pressure on Gino. And he's been getting intercepted right and left.
Oh yeah.
Isn't he got the most in the NFL?
Yeah, most interceptions. Yeah.
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 Oh, it would be nice to get a defensive score.
Oh, we'd love to. Love to see it. Love to see it.
That would be fantastic. Those guys are working now. I watched the game 4 times, and it's actually on right now. On NFL Network.
Doing some scouting, Greg.
Oh, dude. These guys, they were fired up for the Lions. I was really, really impressed. It was a fun game to watch. I had my anxieties, but till the second half, that it was like, I could take a breath.
Relax a little bit. Yeah. So, it's going to be a good game.
I think we lost him.
I just got dashed out. There it is. Still there?
Yeah, we can't see you, buddy.
Yeah, we can't see you.
You guys sound like Mickey Mouse. So you're going to have to get me off here.
Okay. All right, brother. Well, we appreciate you, Greg. Thank you so much. Right.
Good seeing you, buddy.
We actually got a guy on the next line who disagrees with you.
You sound like you're on helium.
Oh.
Take it easy, buddy.
Okay.
All right. I always love seeing Greg.
I know.
Amazing.
Yeah.
All right.
And this right here is going to be a treat. This is going to be a treat right here.
You want to give an introduction to our next guest?
Oh, yeah. So this right here is my cousin from New York. And he's a Raiders fan. I have no idea why, but he is. And he can explain it to you a little bit more. We go back and forth, sending any things, and I was just telling, hey, man, this is Raider week, cuz. This is Raider week. So welcome
Is this
to
his second? Is this his second appearance on the show?
It's second appearance, yeah.
A long time ago.
Yeah. So this is James Jr. Come on, Ian.
Wow.
What's going on, man? What's going on?
What's up, cuz? How you feeling, man? Yo.
I'm all right. I'm feeling good.
Okay.
Yes.
Good. What's going on with them Raiders, man? Shoot, this is Raiders week. You know what?
Oh, man.
We take you down. What's up?
Yeah, listen. Even though my team is not like it's a dumpster fire right now, regardless of it, we still gonna get y'all. I always have hope. Always. Always. Hopefully, Gino can actually stop throwing interceptions this week. Let's see.
We want him. We want at least one thing continuing, and we want that to continue for Gino. Okay, he's been successful. Then
I don't know
move
about all
on.
that,
So,
man. I don't know. Yeah, it's been a long season already. Like watching them. Yeah, it's been
and,
really bad.
but look, y'all had so much promise, like we did when we started out. So much promise. The Raiders was talking about what they were going to do. Got a new coach, Super Bowl coach. Got Geno Smith coming in, and we thought y'all was going to be turning a corner. Thought y'all was going to be right up there with us, man. I guess y'all down there with us. I guess we third and y'all
I hear
fourth.
you. I hear you. Listen, man. Like one of the things. Like anytime that we get a quarterback that's decent on another
Yeah.
team, when they come on our team for some reason, just have bad luck. Like we should never gave up Mr. Carr, man. We should never give up Mr. Carr.
I know it.
Yeah.
Well, y'all could have easily invested into a young guy, one of these guys.
Shador, man. Shador, like we should have got him. He was there.
Yeah.
He was on the he was on there to what, 5th round?
You passed him a million times.
Yeah, I know. I know. I don't know. I don't know the plan. Like hopefully Mr. Tom Brady have some type of like say so going into the next season, but this season I'm just here, just watching it. I'm still supporting him.
Where do you stand? 'Cause I know within the Raiders community right now, obviously, there's a lot of people who say, "Oh, we need to just fire Carroll. He's not what he used to be." And then also some people saying, "Get rid of Chip Kelly because his play calling is atrocious so far." Where do you stand on that? Because I've seen a lot of people saying that the play calling is horrible.
I don't think it's the play calling. I just think that it's just first of all, we don't have no decent offensive line. Like we have 1 or 2 good players that's on the line. Like Powell, what's his name? Jackson Powell, whatever his name is.
JPJ.
Yeah. Him, like he's good. Like he still haven't gave up a sack the 2 years that he's been playing. He's really good, but it's that and Geno, man. Like he's holding on to the ball way too long. And when he is throwing the ball, like he's throwing the ball either it's getting tipped or he's just throwing it right to the defender. So yeah, it's like so much play calling that we can do. Like they're going to just stack up the box and our nice little rookie running back. Like there's so much he can do and so much he can deal with. So it's like I'm just here, man, just watching it. I'm still confident. I'm still thinking my team going to do good, but
Well,
it goes
I
by
tell you
Geno.
what, I haven't been in the barbershop in a while, and I think I don't want to go in there because I don't want to get a messed up haircut. I don't want to, I don't want him shaving some of my dreads and stuff off. So I'm gonna let it all marinate down. Matter of fact, I might go stick my head in this weekend. That's what I might go do. Yeah,
You definitely want a haircut. You definitely want to get your locks taken out. Then, yeah, definitely want it. It's all good. You want to shave it? Keep the beard and everything. Look like Montel Jordan. You can do that.
No, hey, look, we gonna keep it. And what I'm gonna do, I'm just gonna stick my head in. I ain't gonna say nothing. I'm gonna just say it's Raider week. You better be looking for us, and I'm gonna bounce. And that's it. I'm gonna leave. That's all. I ain't gonna get no haircut, no taper, nothing. That's it.
That's it, man. I'm still, man. I still got hope. Still got hope. I still got it. It's just a different year. But still diehard fan.
But you don't want Kenny Pickett because I've seen a lot of Raiders fans saying bench Geno, put Kenny Pickett in there. And I think it's a horrible move.
Absolutely not.
Okay.
No, absolutely not. What does he have like? Yeah. What does he have like a total of 8 touchdowns and 12 interceptions in his starting career? No.
Yeah.
I didn't understand the trade either. I didn't get that.
Yeah, I thought you guys were going to go get Will Howard. I mean, he was there late in that draft. I mean, he has, he knows the Ohio State Chip Kelly system. I thought that would make sense at least. But to come away with no rookie QBs, well, actually, you guys did get the North Dakota State quarterback who you end up cutting, right, or South Dakota State?
He's on. No, he's yes, I know who you're talking about, Miller. He's on a practice squad.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, he's on a practice squad. Like, they picked him up off a waiver. He's on a practice squad. So
But
I mean,
he ain't your future guy though, right?
no, no.
He ain't the
That
future.
was so the reason why they was even making a big thing about it, because that was the only player that Tom Brady like requested that they draft. That's the reason why. Like,
Oh.
and in the preseason he was doing okay until the last preseason game. Like he was marching down and he threw that interception, and after that, that was when basically it was done. But he was doing good, and like in the couple preseason games that he was playing, it was just that last drive, and after that, they just they cut him and then they picked him up for the practice squad.
Okay.
Yeah.
So what does y'all defense look like? I haven't really had a chance to really, check y'all out defensively like I wanted to, this past couple of days. I'm gonna get into it a little bit more so I can talk about it on Friday somewhat. But what's y'all strengths lie defensively?
It's supposed to be, the line. The line's supposed to be like, Crosby on one side. Like, we have good defenders. We have the linebackers. Like, I know, like our cornerbacks is pretty decent. Like, we can stop and can hold. But I mean, at the end of the day, how much can we really hold and how much can we really do if we get nothing but 3-and-outs and interceptions and turnovers? Like it's literally like it's so much we can do when it comes to that. But like when we actually have that, the team is marching down, the offense is marching down and doing stuff. Like we can hold somebody, but that's so far apart anytime. So our defense look good. It's just it's how we're going to do anything when we on the field all day.
Yeah, that's true. That's true,
Yeah.
man. You wear guys out, man. And you know what that does though too? I'm telling you, it creates a lot of animosity, man, in the locker room.
Yes.
A lot of animosity in the locker room.
Yes.
Especially for a team, especially you haven't really had any type of success kind of coming in, and it's like a change in the culture. I know everybody kind of goes back to like when we was playing, and our offense was scoring a whole lot of points, but our defense couldn't really hold anybody down. They couldn't really do it. And we never got down on the guys. We know the guys played hard. We know they was trying to do what they can.
Absolutely.
But you start looking at the coaches. You start looking at the scheme.
Yeah.
So it's the same thing. Like we were just talking about Chip Kelly. Like, okay, Geno's throwing interceptions, but if you running this old high-powered college offense, which I thought Chip Kelly is just an okay guy. I said that. Maybe he's not the guy for you. Maybe
I'm not a Chip Kelly fan. Like I never been a Chip Kelly fan. Like I wasn't a fan when he was in Philadelphia and he got rid of Vic, he got rid of Jackson, and he got rid of McCoy. Like yeah. Like I wasn't a fan of him there, but like just like anything, like we here. There's nothing I can do. I can just watch it and see. Hopefully that it get better. I'm a Patrick Graham fan. Like he's like the defensive coordinator. Like I'm a big fan of him. I'm glad they didn't let him go. The defense is okay, but that's literally the only one I can really think of that's actually doing good.
Yeah.
Yeah, Graham's had our number when we played against him with the Giants. Every time we've gone up against him, he's always made it really hard for our offenses.
Yeah, definitely. But we shall see. We see how it is. I'm still gonna still text you and troll you, win, lose, or draw. I'm still a fan.
I hear you. Ain't nothing wrong with it. Hey man, wear it proudly. Wear it proudly.
Of course. I've been a fan. What 98.
Okay.
Yeah.
That was a good time to be a Raiders fan back in the 98 and early 2000s.
Oh man, yeah, I know. Yeah, definitely. But it is what it is. I'm still.
Yeah. Somebody, Rich Cooper said it. He said Chip is a college coordinator. In my opinion, I agree with that too.
Absolutely.
Yeah. So.
Absolutely. I mean, certain coaches can take that that whole scheme and bring it out and bring it to the NFL. I don't know. He didn't do it. He wasn't successful on the Eagles. Like I don't know what's different now.
No. I say some guys have their shots, and success in the NFL. At a certain point, it's like, okay, man, like you got to stay in your lane, right? This is not
absolutely.
This is not the spot for you.
Same thing. That's how Nick Saban was. He stayed in his lane, and And after he was done, he's done now. So it's the same thing.
Yeah, sometimes they keep regurgitating these same old coaches, man. It's crazy. It's ridiculous.
Yeah. But we here now. How many? We had 4 or 5 coaches in the past couple of years. So it's just I'm here now. I'm in this dumpster fire and I'm enjoying it.
Would you take Gruden back if you had a chance?
I take Jack Del Rio back.
Wow.
I take Jack Del Rio back. Jack Del Rio was the coach. Jack Del Rio was the one that brought them back from 2002 to 2016 to keep on going. I take Jack Del Rio back. Or who was it was the special teams coach, Rich Bisaccia. I think that's how you say
Bisaccia.
Yeah. I take him before I take Gruden, before I take anybody else. I mean, I wanted AP to get a chance and see, but he was just on he was cruise control until we can find somebody.
What about Tom Cable? Would you take him? Would you take Tom Cable back?
I don't know about Tom Cable. I don't know about Tom Cable. I take Hugh Jackson before I take him. Yeah.
Tom Cable had that year where you guys swept the division, but you guys didn't make the playoffs that year. When you guys went 8-8 and you swept the division, but didn't make the playoffs. First time in NFL history.
Yeah. It's bad, man. I had a lot of bad seasons, bad years. It went through Russell. I went through a lot of coaches, a lot of quarterbacks, a lot of bad teams, a lot of good teams, a lot of good players that just wasted their career. I'm just trying to get a win. That's all I am. Trying to get a win. Just trying to get one playoff win. I'll be all right.
Well, I had to say, and I'm sorry I had to say it to you, cuz, but you had to wait another week for that to happen.
I don't know about all that, man. I don't know about all that, man. I don't know about all that. I remember Derek Carr got his first career win against KC. So, you just never know. I remember what's his name? McFadden. I think that's his name, McFadden. I remember he balled out on you guys too as well. It's all good. We be all right. Let's see.
So what's your prediction for the game? Everybody's giving a prediction for the game, score wise.
I say 28-30-31 game. Last second field goal, Raiders.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah. Long as we on the offense and we don't have Kermit on the other side marching down the field, we'd be all right.
But you got to keep him on the bench, man. That's gonna be hard to do.
It's
hard to do, especially Gino's giving them out like Christmas presents.
I know. We shall see. Listen, man, I'm off. I'm ready. I'm ready to watch the game. I'm excited. Let's see how it goes. This is the one game that I'm excited to watch.
Well, I tell you what, I'm gonna be texting you all through the game too. Let you know. All right.
Okay. No, definitely. I'm here for it.
Yeah.
And definitely, if we win, I'm definitely going to be on there next week and talking.
Let's do it.
Please do. I want you to. I want you to welcome you back, man. You got to come back on here again.
Definitely.
Yeah.
But yeah, guys, man, I appreciate y'all, man. Appreciate y'all giving me some time.
All right, cuz.
Appreciate you coming on, man.
Hey, man, love you, man. Tell the fam I said
Love
hello.
you too.
All
Oh
right.
yeah, of course.
All right.
I got you.
All right.
All right.
Okay.
Raiders.
Take it easy, man.
All right.
Ooh, yes.
All right, so looks like we have one more guest coming on here, and then we'll head out for the night. It's our guy Delmonte Green Beans coming in here. Delmonte, can you hear us, buddy?
Yes, sir. I can. Can you hear me?
Yes, sir.
We can.
You sound nice and clean, man. You sound nice and crisp.
Yeah. I was trying to mess with JD Cousin.
We probably could have got y'all both at the same time. That'd have been a nice little conversation, man. Hey,
Yo, I'd have had him dying, rolling. I'd have had the whole chat going off.
Cuz is a diehard, man. He's a diehard. I didn't get the idea asked how it all started for him either. So he said, what, 98 is when we became a fan though, right? 98. So shoot, I'm trying to think, what was they doing 98?
Was Bobby Hoying their quarterback in 98?
Did he get to see Napoleon? Did he get to see the running back Napoleon?
Napoleon
Kaufman,
Kaufman.
like a young dude.
That's right. Napoleon Kaufman, yeah.
Yeah, no, Bobby was up there with.
Yeah, Napoleon was cold. Yeah, Napoleon was cold.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Okay, so 98 they had a combination of Jeff George and Donald Hollis.
Donald Hollis. I don't even know who that is.
Yeah, Jeff George was the guy. I remember my brother had a Jeff George Raiders jersey, so that was.
Yeah, Jeff George was cold though. He threw a nice ball though. That boy, he threw a dart.
Yeah, he threw a mile.
Yeah, he threw it. Man. Jeff George has been around, boy.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah, I just wanted to get on there and mess with your cousin. He had a whole bunch of likes going on. He kept saying He didn't have nothing to say, but he had something to say, but
no material, man. Hey, look, look. When you run out of material, when you got run out of good things to say, you know what can you say, right? Good game, and we're gonna come after you. We're gonna give it our all. You know, you gotta do those things. You know, so you know
he might as well just adopt the Chiefs. So he might as well just go ahead and ride with it. At least it's the same division.
I know. If Cousin's still out here, man, I'm gonna send him a whole box of Kansas City stuff, paraphernalia, so it'll be an easy transition for him to switch on over.
Hey, send him a bottle of Gates' Son sauce.
Yeah.
He'll be putting that on popcorn about 3 a.m.
So Gates barbecue or popcorn. Oh man, wow.
Gates go with anything. You could put Gates with just regular white bread and sit there and eat it and watch TV.
Hey, now when that bread gets soggy like that, then you put some. It'd be slamming. Yeah. So my cousin just said he said I would never. He said I
would never. Did y'all cook anything today?
No, nothing in the nothing in the kitchen, man. I'm down here, man, visiting my nephew.
Yeah, I didn't know about your nephew. If something happened with your nephew, I didn't know about that part.
Yeah,
my bad.
Man. No, you good. It's all good, brother. You know what I'm saying? We hold each other up.
We still got to get Marcus. We got to get Marcus right on some food. I just cooked like curry dope the other day.
Did you?
Ooh. You say curry duck?
Curry goat. And it go hard on the second or third day if you make a good pot. Man.
Marcus, have you ever had curry goat?
Like goat?
Yeah.
Goat.
Yeah, I've had that.
Yeah.
I was like gonna say, man. I was like,
I didn't hear what he said at first. I was like curry duck. I've had duck, but not curry flavored.
Oh, yeah. Now curry goat. I was gonna say it kind of.
Now, this ain't curry flavored. This ain't no curry flavored. This puts you to sleep, itis. Curry goat. This is gonna have some rice and all that. Yeah, you're gonna be on one, looking at the game. I'm trying to put weight on 2 boys, man. I'm by myself. I don't know what to do.
Oh yeah, that rice and curry go to do it. That's for sure. Yeah. Nah, man.
Yeah, but true. I don't want to mess up the stream. I was coming in here and mess around with your cuz, so we can clown on him a little bit.
So what do you think the score gonna be?
Oh man, I don't know. I think I try to give the opponent. I always give an opponent some grace because they out there trying to play too. Yeah. And then it's still the Raiders. It's still the Raiders and Chiefs. So it can go any way. But we got 6 cats that can come in and out. We can be rook, chess. We can be the knight, the rook, the bishop, the queen. Yo, it's gonna be a whole, as the season goes, man, some players won't play. They just gonna pick a poison on who we gonna scheme up for that day. We probably won't even know who's gonna go off that day.
No.
You ain't gonna be able to pick who. It could be running game. It could be somebody. It could be somebody in the backfield go for 130 in the pass game. We never know.
Yeah. And that's the beauty of what we do offensively, because we have so many weapons and anybody can eat. Everybody eats, right? Isn't that what, Marcus?
Yeah.
Everybody got to eat.
Everybody got to eat. Everybody got to eat.
I wouldn't be so in a hurry to make Rashee Rice just go off trying to just, I know you want to play, but I wouldn't just force him out there to just come out the gate like that. Let him get in the rhythm like everybody else still. Because you don't want to be in a hurry to get everybody hurt again. Like
there's no restrictions though. If you look at preseason, he was getting targets right out the gate from Pats. There's no restrictions with his knee. He's completely fine. So I know a lot of people that a lot of people think that he's still not like fully recovered. He's 100% to go. If you watch preseason games, so that when we were in there, like he was the guy in there.
Yeah, they might ball out though, but I think trying to stop the Raiders in that run game. I haven't really seen the Raiders, but they still around, lingering.
Yeah,
I don't mind the Raiders being good though, because I like the AFC West being strong. I just like our division being strong. So then if we winning, nobody else can even do nothing about us. We already ready, like back in the day. Yeah.
It was funny. I was
train as you fight. Train like you fight.
Oh yeah, got to. It was funny. I came out of the Costco the other day, and this guy asked me, said, "Hey man, how you doing?" I said, "Man, I'm doing fine." I said, "How about you?" He said, "Better than you though." I said, "What?" And I looked at him. He had a Broncos shirt on, and I was like, "Oh, okay."
They're number 2 in our division, and they're talking crap.
Yeah.
They're number 1. They're number 2.
Well, this was before we played our game, and I was like, "Oh, okay, I see you, Broncos." He said, "Yeah, man. Yeah, y'all look terrible this year." I said, "Look, we gonna see y'all." I said, "When I see you again, you're gonna change your tune. That's what you gonna do." I like this sucker right here, boy.
Oh man,
that's funny as hell, yo.
Yeah.
And then proceeded to narrowly beat the Jets in England, 13-11 in England.
Man, that's got it. And the new uniforms look like they the some new police or something that's orange and blue. It looked like a funny little uniform, but I don't know, man. They look like police from a distance from another country.
Yeah, man. Yeah, Marcus, I'm gonna send you a picture real quick because I'm gonna give a shout out to this kid, man. I seen him at Cracker Barrel. With the Cracker Barrel, man, to go grab some chicken soup for my nephew here.
Okay.
And I was like, you know what? I said, man, I'm gonna give you a shout out. So I'm gonna send you his picture. So I'll make sure I send it to him.
All right, sounds good. All right, Del Monte, it's good talking to you, brother. As always, my man.
Appreciate you, my brother. Yeah,
yes,
man.
Sir. Yes, sir. Got to have something funny going on in this joint.
Always.
Somebody would sit there and say, "Man, said Damani is the life of the party." I said, "I know he is. I guarantee you, anywhere he comes in the door, he gonna start cutting up immediately. I know he is."
I'm just peoples. I'm just like, we on planet Earth. What else we gonna do?
Right. For real. Yeah.
Y'all gotta relax with some of this stuff with the football game, man. These are still people. Like, yo, there is something that is called gravity, and then you can get hurt, type of thing. Yeah.
Yes, sir. All right, brother.
Yeah.
Take it easy, my
dude.
Yes,
sir. Y'all have a good night, man. Y'all have a good night,
my brother, man. Appreciate
it,
brother. Yeah, you
all right,
too, man. All right, I'll wrap. Okay.
Love Del Monte. He's the best, man.
Yeah, I know.
All you guys are great who come on the show. We want more of you guys to come on, but hey, we'll take the same old repeats because we love them. All right, so this is let me pull this up. So this is the guy you met today, JD.
It is.
Okay. All right.
Young kid, man. He was actually, I seen him over at Limpet, and he had dislocated his knee in practice. and he's walking on it. Comes to the hospital. Is walking on it. I said, "Hey man," I said, "You all right, big fella?" He's like, "Yeah." His dad. I said, "What happened to him?" He said, "Man, he dislocated his knee. They didn't have a trainer out there, so we had to come up to the hospital for him to put it right back in." And I'm telling you, you talk about a tough kid. This is Bodie Tapscott, played at Casey County, man. So Bodie, if you get to see this thing, man, I'll send it to you. O line, D line. I told you, man, you just keep going out there hard, man. He's only a freshman. I said, man, you just keep going out there rocking. It was good to take a picture. Dan was like, man, I'll take a picture. I'm like, absolutely. I want to take a picture with him. And so I said, I'm gonna put him out here on the show, man. So Bodie, if you're out here, you watching this, brother, this one right here is to you, bro. It's for you, sir. So
dang.
Yeah, tough guy.
Tough kid, huh? Only a freshman. He's a big kid for a freshman.
Big kid, man. Big kid for a freshman. You just keep going, keep growing. So
doesn't skip leg day, that's for sure, Sasha.
no. So yeah.
Which Hall says, heal up, young buddy.
Yep. That's right. That's right.
Awesome.
So,
all right. Well, that brings us to the end of Chief Concerns presented by FanDuel. We will see you guys Friday night as JD gets us into the Week 7 Raider Week style for his keys to victory. I can't wait for that. And we'll have you guys covered with the bets. But we hope you guys enjoyed the episode. JD, take us away, brother.
Well, first off, I just want to tell everybody I appreciate it, coming on the show tonight, but also too just telling everybody thank you for all your prayers and whatnot for Chad, my nephew. He is definitely getting better. He's healing up. He loves you all. He misses being on here saying what's up to you all. Word, Neff. So, with that being said, man, hey, listen, it's going to be a great game for us. This is Raider Week. You never forget about it. We know exactly what this thing means for us and our organization. Hey, we are coming out full firepower. We are ready. So, hey, let's just make sure. Hey, we're gonna put it on. We're gonna put the pressure on them. With that being said, man, Marcus, man, appreciate it, my brother. Thank you all for coming on.
Love you, brother.
Optimistic James, Greg Rose, my cousin James Jr., Demonic Green Beans, Susan, a beautiful wife, as well. Sweet, I'll be seeing you all later. But thank you all, gentlemen, ladies, for this incredible evening and show. So with that being said, thank you, Greg Holland, and all of y'all that gave the prayers out for this. So appreciate it. Thank you all. Let me see. Will, Gary Holland, Demetrio Spitz, Rich Cooper, Greg Rose, Gail Whiting, Witchy Hall, Sasha, Optimistic James, Linda Hunter, Chenault, Gary Holland, Chill Guy, what's going down with you? Joseph Brandon Williams, good to see you. Had a few people in here in the chat tonight, man. It was good. It's good Wednesday conversation to talk about the Raiders. Anytime we talk about that. And so, let's see what else we got in here. Laura Zinkzer, Faye Smith, Greg Rose, appreciate you, sir. Trying to think who else we had. Perry Gilmore sitting there saying something about the name. The barbershop was in here for sure. Good to see your barbershop. My wifey's, Miss Susan, my little Puerto Rican. Joe C, Sparkle Sports Cars from down under. Today, sir. Joe C, Jason Tarbox, MJ, Marion Oliver, Don Peterson. Thank you so much. Al D, he was saying, let's discuss pass rush. I seen this earlier. He was talking about, let's discuss our pass rush and possibly getting Chris Jones some help before the trade deadline. I agree with you there. I do. I agree with that part. So something we'll have to explore for sure. What do you think about that, Marcus? Real Riot?
I mean, you and I wanted to pick up Jadeveon Clowney at the beginning of the season when he was still available. I mean, it would have been nice to have just. And I will say, I don't know how it works, but Zadarius Smith, they signed to a 1-year deal, but he retired last week. I mean, is there a way we can bring him on? Or, I mean, I guess if he comes back, he's still with the Eagles, so he has to be released, and then he would have to be able to come to us. They have the claim over him. But, I mean, yeah. I always love a veteran edge of some sorts to come in and just give us, give us some pass rush. That's all.
Yeah. We'll just have to see. We'll see.
Or Christian Wilkins.
So they said something's wrong with him, but they said that he's still dealing with, I don't know how
he'd be ready. He'd be ready to go from I think week 8 is when he'd be ready to come back. So in a couple of weeks.
All right. Well, hey man.
I mean, you can't double team Chris Jones if you have him next to him. So I mean that would definitely help out the edge rush. So if you can't get a good edge rusher, you can at least get a guy like that who can help in the middle, and then you have Carl Lofts and the other guys on the outside. They have to beat one man.
Oh yeah. Yeah. So Kansas City area youth. So we'll see. We'll have to see, man. I think else we got in here. Marcus, I think that's about it, brother. I think it's about it. Hey, listen, y'all know, look, if I didn't get to say your name, I appreciate each and every one of y'all coming in, staying with us tonight, talking with us. Like I said, the prayers and whatnot. Hey, make sure we go out here and love people the way that we're supposed to. Very important that we do that. So, we are all God's children, and we got to act like it, love each other the way we're supposed to. That's who we need to be. So, Marcus, man, love you, my brother. Y'all take care. God bless. We will see you all later on Friday. Raider week. We'll see you.
See you Friday, everybody.
All right, see you Friday.
Hi, everybody. Thanks for watching. Subscribe here to get the latest from the show. Also, be sure to check out the best clips from Chief Concerns. And if you prefer to listen to the show, subscribe and follow us on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, and anywhere else you get your podcasts.